All right, this hangout on air is live. All right, now I'm going to share the link on the page just in case anybody wants to watch it. All right, share the link.
I'm going Honeymead tonight.
Honeymead.
So smooth.
Joe Smooth. All right. And
I have a wonderful bouquet of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ooh. A fine vintage.
Indeed.
Aha.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, no, I turned off my camera.
Oh, come on. You're a good-looking guy.
Yeah, we just got his mugshot now.
Yep.
That was taken out of context, Mike. All right. Let's get
We have Dale's chair.
in Dale's chair.
How much glory do I get for going double or nothing, Barney?
You whatever. You got to take it from. You take the points from Mike's.
All right.
You get 2 glory, but you lose 1 wisdom because the game was rigged.
Right. I don't need wisdom.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't have any wisdom.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try logging out and logging back in because it's like you guys are constantly breaking up.
Okay. All right, he'll be back. All right, you guys hear the music?
Yeah.
All right.
It is Beyonce.
All right. Any questions from any other particular conversations other than the side conversation that you all had? Anything to do with the Grawl or the Stargazer you guys ran into throughout the month?
We got another lead.
Okay.
Like I said, I would help Arby learn to fight with his claws if he wants to learn.
Okay.
Why not? I'll fist to cuffs a little.
Okay.
I'll spend some brawling XP on brawling. Why not? Paint me persuaded.
I've got a 2, so you can learn up to 2.
Yeah, well, better than I got.
So you guys, you learn as you guys are talking, that Agmar Runebreaker and Nana Boshar kind of explain, how the Shadowlands and the Umbra, how they kind of overlap, and there are some parts. Let me share that picture real quick with you guys. Hang on.
Well, you guys train. I heckle you about banking.
Oh, you don't want to start with RB about banking.
I think that's where our final battle is going to be. Us against a Storm Eater in a banking competition.
See who's going to be able to get through the spreadsheets quick enough.
Yeah.
We can get the Storm Eater to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
So you guys have basically, you remember this image I showed you guys before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So inside basically where you get the areas that are kind of right in between, think of it almost like peninsulas. There are some areas, it's almost like it kind of goes up and down a bit right there. It's not a flat line. There are certain areas in the Umbra and then the Shadowlands that sort of overlap each other, almost like as I said, maybe like peninsulas. The round that you guys are coming to is surrounded by the Shadowlands. It's surrounded by the Dark Umbra, even though it is part of your Umbra. It's part of the Garou Umbra. It's part of the Penumbra, but it's just one of those places that is basically surrounded by Shadowlands. You arrive as you arrive in the
Barney, before you,
yeah.
since you gave us that 2, would I be able to learn Mother's Touch?
The mother's well, here's the thing to remind you guys, because I did see some of your conversations. Spirits teach you the gifts, not Garou. Other Garou. The only thing that Garou, the one thing that is truly like Garou created and Garou taught are rights. Spirits have nothing to do with rights. Rights are what Garou teach each other. So but you'd have to find that you can find a spirit to teach it to you.
So could I learn medicine then, the skill?
You can learn medicine from Nana Boshar if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Let me move you over to. There we go. You guys see a blank screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. This is kind of like the scene as you guys gonna first arrive. You guys come in through some mist and shadow, and this is kind of where you see what the place looks like. A lot of you, specifically Phil and Bob, this is the smell of it's extremely reminiscent of that maelstrom that you guys fought. Same with Chaska, actually, because Chaska was there for that as well. You get a very unearthly feel about the area. It definitely feels very uneven. You feel very uneven. You see that the place is surrounded by corpus water, and Nana Boshar and Agmar tell you, because of the two Theurges, is that this close to the Shadowlands, anything that actually has some sort of physical characteristics actually made of corpus, and corpus is what ghosts are made of. So that entire water is actually made of, basically, if you want to think of it, melted down ghosts who still have sentience to it. And as the water laps on the shore, onto the shore of the building that's there, it actually is made of. It makes that as it kind of like goes back and forth. The waves are actually made of, as it forms in, you do make out series of like hands and fingers as it washes to the shore, and there's an uneven sound of moaning and pain that's coming from the inky blackness as far as it goes back. Nana Boshar informs you that this is what is called the Tempest.
This is in store for all of us, or some of us.
Nana Boshar says, luckily for us, we're all children of Gaia, and our spirits, these are mostly for the spirits of humans. But she says, we are. She says that, as I told you before, this place that we're visiting, let's see here. She says the place that we're here visiting, that is the gates of Luna's blood. It's the last place of judgment that Gaia has given us to hold for people that have died by Garou hands.
If this Silent Strider is the guardian here, Can we take her from her duty?
Agmar Runebreaker says, that decision would be up to her.
Right.
I
We
would
can
think,
only ask. We really can't force him to do it.
if you need rank 6, this is one of them. And as I said before we left, there's a lot of rank 6 that end up retiring into the Umbra, and the more Theurges we have that know their way around here, nothing's passed through. No anything to do with the dead, and anything to do with the spirits, and anything to do with the Umbra. She has had thousands upon thousands of conversations with spirits of both terrestrial and the undead. She'll know. She might be able to give us another direction, but very rarely do you find a silent strider. They end up disappearing in with stargazers. The mayor says,
Caw.
the mayor says, the stagecoach can't go in here. We'll wait out. I'll have it wait outside here.
Guess we go on foot. I'll hop out.
Indeed.
Just we need to guard the coach, or is Hearthstone got that?
Hearthstone, yeah, that's fine. Hearthstone can do that easily.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can stay back here and guard the coach.
You're the sub leader.
I know, so I'm taking the most important duty on my own. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys walk in through that door. And this is what you see in through the light. Someone's drawing dicks.
Is Adam here?
As you guys walk in, you see as you guys walk in, you see also some spirits kind of coming in through the light through there. They some of them kind of pass through the door past you. Some of them you see different types of animals. A lot of them you see are spirits of humans. Some of them look completely pitch black. Others look bright white lights. You see it's an amalgamation of different types of spirits, from animals to humans to other types of humans that you're unfamiliar with. Not culturally speaking, but just from like a supernatural.
I keep an eye out for, I don't know, any sort of weird Bane spirits that might want to take their shot. So I'm probably in Lupus, standing near one of the big ones.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna restart my router, so I'm gonna fall off.
Okay.
Are the two is Runebreaker and Treasured Guest with us?
Yes.
One of them was a Theurge, right?
Yeah. Runebreaker is actually Treasured Guest stayed inside the coach.
Okay.
But he insisted that Ryan go with you guys. So.
Seems dangerous.
Come on, boy. We can put your practice to good use.
All right. Let me do my stretches.
Did you guys walk in through the? Do you guys do anything else? As you say, it's all of everybody. What's everybody's gnosis ratings?
Mine's 3.
3,
2.
2.
I think I'm 3, but I'm confirming.
Right.
I am 3.
5.
Jesus, Sag, why are you? The Aaron has the highest gnosis.
I'm practically 4th rank, man.
That's true. Yeah. Well,
Mike is 4th rank.
Mike's 4th rank.
Yeah, but that's Phil.
You see. All right, all of you.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
You sense some. Sag, you sense. The hackles on the back of your neck. You feel something just isn't quite right. You feel as though that there are 1,000 eyes watching your group right now, and most seem extremely very territorial. Almost like when you walk into a graveyard and it feels like the stones are watching you. You kind of get that sense, but it's not coming from the spirits that are kind of passing by you all, almost as they're going in through that temple looking thing too. They seem oblivious and almost lost as well, almost like they are like a vacuum, like almost being slowly sucked up into a vacuum. Almost, they just seem to be like a tractor beam. They just seem to be floating. Some seem to be in positions of like the last throes of their death. Some of them seem to be lying there. A few seem to be panicking, like grabbing their insides, kind of trying to shoving it back into themselves. But they're all translucent. They're not physical bodies.
Okay.
But the walls themselves, some of the murals that are old and chipped and decayed seem to be living and seem to be watching you all walk down that pathway towards the inside.
Okay. That's Nana. Are the walls alive? Well, alive is probably not the correct word.
She puffs on her pipe a bit and says, these things have probably only seen one goddamn living thing in the past 100 years, and seeing more than one goddamn living thing is probably putting them a little bit on their toes. I hope it's not one of those things where they consider us an enemy and want to attack us. Because, frankly speaking, a bunch of us here, we just really kind of don't belong in this part of the Umbra. You see her subtly shift to Glabro form just in case.
I'll shift to Kranos just because I enjoy walking that way.
I'll stay in Hamid.
I'll go Krenos.
Glabro here.
I'll stay Hamid.
Okay. You guys continue walking inside the temple, and this is what you see. All right, come on. All right, hang on. Move this down a bit. There we go. You guys see that below? Did that work? Did you guys?
No. Not for me.
Oh,
I see
hang
it's like a purple line.
Oh, hang on. I didn't
Yeah.
do it. Oh, what the heck? All right, hang on. Let me do it again. All right. Oh, there we go. There you go.
That's not spooky at all.
You see, you see spirits are coming in through the door, going through. Some of them seem to be, they pass by this old woman, and you see her, seem to be like holding some sort of like just like a giant book that seems to be words seem to be popping up on it, and she's holding some sort of like long, it looks like nothing ornate about the stick at all she's holding. It looks like it could have just been a stick, like any of you would have been walking in the woods and just picked it up to use as a walking stick. She's kind of like as spirits of all different types of species and people come through. She either motions them up to go up into the light, or she motions them to go down into the fog. And the ones that go down into the fog seem to be screaming as that happens. And the other ones that came to go up into the light seem to be crying in relief.
Well, then.
And it seems like as the spirits pass by you, they're ambivalent and not sure what's happening. But as soon as they get within like, almost as in they get into like within like a voice reach of Shadia of the souls, they seem to be snapped out of some sort of fugue state and look extremely panicked. She stops what she's doing and she looks up from the book. And as she does that, it's almost like all the spirits stop moving, almost like it's a conveyor belt. They kind of stop moving as she looks up and sees the group of you. And she kind of like squints her eyes and she says in Garou, "You all have a lot more color than most of the others." And she kind of gives a side smile of almost as if a slightly crazed side smile.
I think that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah, we're glad you noticed. Trying to think, Mark, did we ever get a name for?
Yeah. Yeah, Agmar Runebreaker told you her name is Shadia of the Souls.
Would you happen to be Shadia?
She looks around and she looks on either side of her and said, "That's a name I haven't heard in a long time." Are you old Ben Kenobi? Yeah, no, pardon the reference, but she does say that because she hasn't heard someone talk to her in 100 years. So she goes, "I haven't heard that name in a long time."
I'll just kind of grab Phil by the elbow and whisper in his ear, "I don't think she's all here."
Yeah, I'd assume that, but hey, we don't exactly have a whole bunch of options here.
All right. You're up, Phil. Do you want to roll anything? Or you want to say something?
I kind of thought one of our other spirit people would be talking to Crazy, but yeah, I could do it.
This just wouldn't be fun if I just have NPCs talk to each other all night.
I noticed the moving walls. I could do this.
Yeah, I keep forgetting all of our Theurges are gone.
Well, at least the PC Theurges are gone.
Yeah. Well, Shadia, I was actually thinking that you've been here a fair amount of time. How would you like to do something a lot more interesting in the living world, so to speak?
She tilts her head and she says, "Are you the rune breaker?" And Agmar nods and he says, "I'm sure I've sent some people through here, scores of them in my lifetime." And she says, "Have you come to replace me?" And he shakes his head and says, "This Shadow Lord here is going to tell you of a need that you and I and others will need to attend to."
Phil, that's you.
I know. Right now, we are kind of in a predicament with the Storm Eater, but we have a chance to beat him once and for all. We do need your help, though.
As she steps, she kind of walks around the book that was kind of in between all of you. And as she walks up, she kind of waves her stick a bit, and some of the spirits kind of like fly up or fall into the smoky abyss of oblivion. And she says, "Do I get to leave?"
Yeah, I'd assume we wouldn't be able to do everything right here. So yeah, you would get to leave.
She says, "Somebody needs to stay here with the book."
Isn't there a way to automate this? Hey, Iron Rider. Or just divert them all into the abyss while we're gone.
What are the requirements for the person staying here with the book?
We need someone who can talk to spirits. We need a Theurge here.
At least 50 years of being a Theurge. Preferably a PhD.
So I take it we have to go find a replacement?
Nana Boshar sighs.
No. What happens if someone's not here with the book?
Nana Boshar says, "Phil, I appreciate it, but my role at the cairn is a gatekeeper, and we have no fucking moon bridge."
Well, shit.
Well, I wouldn't say that's your only role. You're also our font of positivity.
She says,
Wait. What's the worst thing that happens if no one's here with the book?
Yeah, I think Phil has a good question.
Shadia says, "This is a charge that Gaia herself has made us as part of when we were born eons upon eons ago. Somebody here has to make sure that the blood we've spilled goes into the right direction. Someone's here to represent the entire Garou nation as a final judgment."
Was there a Theurge in that weird pack that came and told us about this?
No, they were all Galliards.
Ah. That's kind of a Theurge, right?
I think so. I mean, it's technically a Theurge.
I mean, how much work does it take? You point that direction, you point that direction.
Exactly.
Glorified traffic cop, really.
Exactly.
How much time did I get for this party?
I would say, as a two Philodoxes, you're probably the only two people smart enough not to like tell the woman who's been doing her job for the last 100 years that it's
Well, I'm not saying the job's worthless. I'm just saying it could, you could probably use a little time off from it.
Can't there be a Google algorithm for this?
Right.
Maybe Guy has some other problems.
Yeah, I mean, this was eons ago. Theoretically, eons ago, they told you not to eat meat on the weekends.
Nana Boshar puts her hand on your back, Phil, and looks at you with like a look of resignation.
This is a really silly idea.
She says, "I'm a goddamn gatekeeper for a Cairn with no moonbridge."
We'll have a moonbridge soon enough.
She shakes her head.
Don't we need her to do the right eventually? Don't we need a Theurge to do the right?
We have one.
We have two now.
Moonbreaker. And we have another one standing in front of us.
I'm not a Theurge.
No.
I'm not talking about you, Phil.
See, just think, if Enoch was alive, this would have been the perfect opportunity for him to go to.
Yeah,
This would have been a perfect TED opportunity.
Well, I mean, I've hung around a few Theurges. I can probably do this.
She shakes her head.
I don't think you're going to smooth talk them out of their duty, Phil.
Especially not when you forgot to roll persuasion first.
No, I didn't need to break out persuasion for this. Everyone knows I'm right here.
Persuasion subterfuge, my friend.
So I guess I wasn't understanding earlier. Nana, you want this?
It's not about want, it's about duty. You know that as an air rune.
I know. I shrug and I go, if this were like the end fight, if this is your end fight, then yeah, go for it. I'm gonna die with these fuckers. I'd point to them. I go, if this is what you want, man.
She says,
Could we leave her here now and then like go capture some other Theurge somewhere and drag him here, drop him off?
convince him it's a good idea.
Someone's got.
I don't think it works that way. Can't Shanghai people into the job.
I think that it's an honorable vocation.
Yeah, this is kind of badass.
I agree.
What tribe?
I've also got a short list of people that need to definitely go into the fog.
What does Francesca say? He's Nana's friend.
Francesca's at the Stagecoach with Hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If this is your choice, we'll respect it.
She goes, well, I kind of had an inkling about this when Agmar told us we were coming here and said what the role was that Shadi has been doing. And I've been thinking about it for this past month while we were in that Stagecoach. I belong to Harrowgate. I don't belong in a Stagecoach. That's not my home anymore. And she said, and I made sure that I came prepared. And she waddles over behind the book and opens up her pouch with almost like a freaking 10-pound bag of pipe tobacco.
Smoke it slow.
Hey, when you see Madam Gibbons, fog.
Give yourself an experience for that, Seg. That was good. Everybody roll your perception alertness.
Uh-oh.
Ryan's 2 dice.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty of a 7.
I still got 2.
Jeez, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're giving us this touching moment, so we're probably crying a little bit. We're not paying attention.
Did I seriously get the... Well, me and Phil got the most, it looks like. Oh, my God.
Never a good sign.
Once I got scared
RB's got his head up his ass.
Somebody catch RB from falling into the water.
Once you get spirit of the fray, you don't need perception alertness anymore.
No, you don't need wits alertness anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
RB, roll your stamina.
Oh, come on.
Your eye pops out of your head. Take a -1 for a day.
or I'll take Chaska's advice and see where Arby's wandered off to.
What's my difficulty?
Stamina is always difficulty of a 6.
Bob says, "Did you see that?" And RB turns and pokes his eye out with Bob's finger.
All right. Take 2 points of...
Wait, you have a 1 stamina?
He's in Hammond.
Christ, boy! This will blow you over.
I'm point out, this is his first time he played White Wolf. He didn't know where to put anything, and I just let him make his character. So.
Oh, come on, Barney! You got to give a little bit of advice to the guy.
I think stamina is probably the most overrated trait in the game.
So does Ryan, obviously.
Well, I mean,
Stamina,
think about
stamina.
Exactly. If you don't get hit, why do you need it?
Yeah.
All right.
Now, if you say that and his dex is 5, then we can talk.
It could be 1-1-4-1.
If you can talk your way out of any confrontation, why do you need to worry about getting hit? And oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna have silver guns. Boom.
Yeah, come on.
All right, you all of a sudden you guys feel the whole ground shake, and RB, you fall into the mist, and you feel your legs start to rot away. You take 2 points of aggravated damage. Sag, you're the only one that notices RB fall into the mist.
I will grab him.
Jump in after him.
I'll just
be a hero.
I'm in Krenos already. I'll just hoist him up.
You hear loud shrieking and shrill screams coming from outside the temple. The moaning and the storm, the moaning and the screaming gets louder. Shadya's eyes get big, and she says, "That has never happened before." She grabs her stick. She grabs her stick and marches right past all of you and looks out the door. She turns back and she says, "Do you have anything that belongs to any Malfian?"
Define what a Malfian is.
I get excited. And I go charging down the hallway.
She says, Malfians are basically
glory.
Shut up, Bob. Asking serious question here.
They're giant specters of the underworld. They basically are. They're the size of countries in some places.
Well, no,
they eat ghosts by the thousands.
We've got a very valuable stagecoach with us that a lot of people seem to want.
I mean, I've probably taken something at some point. Now that I recall.
Oh, come on, they're here for the stagecoach. Wake up.
Well, no, I mean, the last time we got involved with a very powerful spirit, I kind of borrowed something that I didn't return, but...
What, your box you keep staring at?
Not exactly. I kind of took something they were using in the River of Souls, but...
What, is paddle?
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes. No, but you might be right. They might be here for the coach.
You see the stagecoach hauling ass up the hallway, the inner hallway here, heading towards your direction, and through the door, this whole the whole river looks like it is exploding out into the doorway and rushing down the hallway.
Remember that whole tactical retreat we were talking about before? They can decide to implement one.
It seems to stop and almost like like from the movie The Ten Commandments, a wall of hundreds of thousands of hands grabbing and waving seem to stop, and then coming out of the wall of corpus water, you see
What was that deal?
Pennsylvania Phil started doing the Mario song, and that's what I thought. What I thought Barney was doing.
Yeah, I thought we were all doing the Mario song until I put it back to sleep. Or maybe that's a clue and we just jump on its head and it dies.
Maybe.
Are we eating mushrooms? I actually did steal the paddle from this gentleman.
Wait,
you see...
Oh, this guy. Oh, it's loading super fucking slow.
Yeah.
No, there he is.
Who's that, Lurch?
You see him. You recognize him, and you see coming out of the water two more of him. There's three of him.
Well, that's three too many.
I say to RB, I think they have property that they want to sell.
Marnie, I just got 6 points of magical fur.
Oh, you did your steel fur, iron fur?
Yep, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm kicking in resist pain.
All right. Ryan, your legs are starting to heal up a bit. I would say it's non-aggravated damage, but your pant legs have all been eaten away. So it looks like you're now, now you look like a
ruffian.
You got man. You're like an islander.
What happens to our clothes when we go into wolf form? Do they just shatter anyway?
No. Well, technically they're all dedicated. We're not gonna have to worry. No, they change with you.
No spandex for us.
Because that would be funny if they're called dedicated clothing. Basically, you kind of get that's why you see Garou kind of always wearing like their own this is my type of clothes. But technically in the game, the rules say that you can only have one dedicated clothing per gnosis point. But we're not going to wear it. We're ROLE playing, not ROLL playing. So
got it.
But it would be funny though if it was like if the genre of the game was that you had to take off your clothes first. So everybody's like, "I'm gonna fight you," and they unbutton their shirt.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll start taking off my pants now.
No one wants to see that, Phil.
Just like to get.
Yep.
Well, I guess my tailor can probably work in these kind of clothes, so I won't worry too much. But I will go Krynos.
All right. Was this your first time to Krynos in game?
No.
I was I had to go Krynos for the trial by combat.
Oh, okay. That's right.
After mouthing off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome, though. You gained some Bob respect there. That was funny.
So you all you see the faceless man jerk forward and stay, and you guys sense that this isn't the same one that you guys saw in Gold Springs. This is just almost like a species of a type of like a species that are servitors to a Malfian lord, actually. So
sense worm's probably going off the charts.
yeah.
Oh,
The whole wall of water is just corpus is like it just feels of pain and sorrow and complete despair. But these three faceless men who are, about I would say 6 inches taller than a Krynos form. They're very tall and long and slender. Everybody roll your what's everybody's willpower?
8.
Current or permanent?
Permanent.
6.
6.
8.
6.
6.
6.
8.
8.
Yeah, I'm 8.
All right. Kate and Bob, you don't. The hackles kind of stand up, but you guys are fine. The rest of you guys feel a bit slightly uneasy, but not terrified. But it's to a point where you're going to have to build yourself up to want to attack if you plan on attacking. But you're not afraid. But Bob and Kate, you're unfazed. As they kind of walk, they kind of as they walk forward, as they walk forward, you see their hands start to get more and more elongated into looking like Lady Deathstrike hands, long, sharp fingers.
I do the same thing, and I do my claws of frozen death.
Okay. Any gifts?
I'll go Krynos.
All right. Any other gifts anybody's doing? You have a couple of rounds if you want to. Not have to worry about it, because they are purposely walking towards you as the water.
Was my damage aggravated or not?
At claws, it's aggravated.
At claws?
Yeah, as a Garou, you have
the
claws.
damage I took from tripping and falling.
No, it's a non-aggravated. You're healed up now.
Can I use a round to heal? All right.
Hey,
You
Bart,
heal automatically in Krynos form.
I don't
Every
have
round
to,
you heal.
I don't have to dedicate a round to heal.
No,
it's automatic.
technically the book says so, but
Okay.
yeah.
hey Barney, I'm gonna do. Does there seem to be one who's like in charge or something?
No.
I pick one and I do coup de grace on him. I need to know the target's the difficulties to the target's stamina dodge.
Okay.
So whatever that number is, and I'll do perception brawl.
All right. Phil and I would say no, Kate. You notice inside the wall of corpus water. You and all of you see this anyway. You just see sometimes it's a face that's in a silent scream kind of like fades away, almost like tree bark on a almost like liquid tree bark, where you just kind of see faces sometimes kind of appear and disappear. But what you notice, Kate, specifically, is that you make out inside the water itself. It almost looks like a giant hand that has minuscule like strings tied to these three faceless men, almost as if they're puppets. You make out like basically like a 20-foot in diameter hand that seems to be coming through the doorway.
How big is this pathway?
As big as it is in the picture, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, how wide?
I don't know. How wide do you think that is in the picture? Why would you make that out? The stone pathway itself, I would probably say I would say 12 to 15 feet.
Is there room to step aside to allow them to pass? Like, could I stand off to the side, use hide in plain sight, and let them walk past me?
That is also the gift. I'll actually be using a gift as well whenever you get to me, Barney.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. You could do it. They seem to be they seem to be more concentrated on the stagecoach that has gone past you all, and
then yeah, I'll hide in plain sight's dex stealth, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So what's keeping the stagecoach from leaving? It sounds like they're chasing it.
The stagecoach is basically, the mayor has never been here before. He just assumed once that water washed up, that kind of cut off your point of exit. He has no idea that there's no way out on this end.
So just so I understand, they're between us and the coach, right?
You are between the coach and them.
That's what you both just said.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right. So Dale, you did your icy claws.
Yeah, so I did my icy claws. I'm just trying to see. I was gonna also do Omen of Truth, but I don't know that that's really gonna matter. But yeah, those are my two things at this point.
Okay, and Mike, you're doing your gift.
I'll be doing Walk Under the New Moon to make it hard to see him, and I'll be quote unquote entering stealth, just trying to find some spot to hide for a sneak attack.
All right, and Ryan, what are you doing?
Well, I'll use Rage, but that's probably not the right stage.
Okay, and
but that's all I got.
And Mark, what are you doing?
I used hide in plain sight, and I'm just stepping aside and allowing them to pass me.
Okay, so Sad, that's what everybody is doing. You know that because you're going first.
You doing coup de grace and just waiting for. I'm getting out in front to give a little bit of cushion space, but give me a number, Barney.
Okay. What does coup de grace do?
Coup de grace doubles my damage for my first hit.
Okay. All right. Difficulty of a 6 to hit. They are not interested in dodging or anything like that.
All right. 2 successes. All right.
That's enough to hit.
So is this where we knock out Nana Bosher and take her with us?
All right, I'll just strike with my claw.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, it's +1. 4 successes to hit whoever's closest to me.
Okay. Yeah. You do probably hit the one on the left. I'm assuming you're right-handed. No, you'd probably be swinging the one on the right then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So let's see. That's +1 on damage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Doubled. Let's see, 5. Let's see, 9. So, fuck, man, the math is hard on this one.
What math do you need done?
Just need to. I'll just double my roll. I'll just roll twice.
See, this was Phil's other job, to do the math for the party.
So. Four, 5. Wow, that was pathetic for doubling my damage. 8.
The ones. All right, 8 points of damage. You did role play it out. What do you do?
I just go for a slash across the front. Not necessarily because I remember fighting them last time. I don't know that they have like any vital spots. So I just go straight across the chest with like one.
Okay.
Strike.
You slice right across his chest, ripping through the clothes and everything. And as you do that, you see that he you slice open his chest, and it's this air of stagnant death kind of erupts out of it. He steps back a bit. No face, he can't scream, but you do see you do a lot of damage. When you do that, the image of your the image of flashes in your head of the graphic death of Ted flashes into your head. Watching him get ripped apart by black furies, watching him slowly turn to stone, and watching him fight off as many as he could. And you see he takes down a couple. But the image of the pain that he was feeling at the time flashes in your head, and it roll your willpower. Difficulty of a 7. All right, as you're doing that, and
4.
All right. You're it shocks you, but it doesn't stop you. And next is who has a high the next what's your wits alertness pool? Don't worry about rolling. What's your guys everybody else's wits alertness pool?
4.
9,
6.
6.
The number of the beast.
Ryan, what's your wits alertness?
4.
4. Okay.
All wits.
All right, the three of you guys go.
Alertness.
I'm willing to defer to let my teammates shine in this moment.
All right, so Chaska and Kate, you guys go next.
Go ahead, Dale.
Are we spending rage?
You can.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The Aaron forgets to spend rage.
Yeah, that shit, right? I'm spending 3 rage.
All
So
right.
4 actions. So question for you, Barney. My claws are now covered in ice. They're basically big ice daggers.
Yeah.
I mean, your call, but like, it would seem like that would mean that if I'm only slashing them, I'm not getting touched.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I'll let you do that. Yeah.
I'm basically just charging it one and just raking it down the front of its face, body. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for shoulders.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna rake at its shoulders. So it's Dex brawl.
Correct.
Let's see here.
And as you're and Kate, are you spending any rage?
I'll spend one rage. Have they walked past me?
Not yet. They're walking very slow. You'll have to go walk around them.
All right. I will spend one round to walk around them.
Okay.
I will spend one rage.
All right.
So I'll move around them.
All right. And as Dale's rolling that,
Sorry, what the difficulty was 6?
6, correct. And Mike, do you want to wait for RB to do something, or do you want to go next?
I'll be spending one rage.
Okay.
And my first action will be getting in position for a sneak attack on one of them.
Okay. Chaska, you successfully hit.
So
And do you get an extra damage with the claws?
yeah, that's
because of this?
exactly what I was just going to go back and check. So the player spends one notice. Player rolls with survival. I got 2 successes on this roll, by the way. For the rest of the scene, until banished voluntarily. Any individual wounded by the werewolf's fang -1 penalty for the rest of the scene as chills back their body. Additionally, such wounds heal badly. Mortals are likely to lose injured limbs, blah, 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 blah.
Right. So the good news is, well, both of you, because you're covered in ice, you're not going to get any of the effects of seeing deaths of your loved ones. But as a corpus, they're unfazed by the chill.
Why did I then, Barney?
What's that?
Why did I get effects of it then?
You saw it, but because you actually. Oh, could you use a sword?
I used a clave, yeah.
That's a clave. Oh, okay.
Okay, I love the torment.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was just good role play anyway. So, but yeah, good thing you succeeded the roll anyway. So that's fine.
You see it because you missed Ted so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, Barney, it doesn't actually say that it's like plus damage.
No, but like the minus of it, because it says it makes them cold. They're already dead. They're already cold.
No, but I'm just saying. I was just trying to figure out damage. So.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just trying to understand. Like, yeah. So it's just +2 at this point then.
Yeah.
So strength +2.
I'll do strength. Do strength +3. Plus your 1 success over 3, so you'd be rolling strength +4. Yeah, I'll give you make a strength +3 just because I think that's so cool. No one's ever used that gift in my game before, so I just want to see how it goes.
Four successes.
4 successes. All right. All right. Yeah, you rake into it. You do see that you cut into with the corpus. Your best guess is that you do damage it, but since there's no face to scream, or he does step back a little bit, but definitely not as much as what Bob did.
Right.
And go ahead, and so the other two, you guys are sneaking around. And what are you doing, RB?
I'm going to use 3 rage.
Okay.
And how many of them are there?
There are 3 of them.
3 of them?
Yeah.
Peanuts. All right. I'm going to charge the one that has already been injured by Bob.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing at it many times, as many as I can.
All right, so you swing at it once, and You are. What are you swinging with?
Swinging in my claws. And
Oh, right.
Can I divide my dice pool and can I swing at them 5 times for each action with 1 die?
Yes. All right.
That's what I
So,
want.
but you can, because you're splitting your dice pool this time, you do 2 actions at once at this point, and then we'll flip back around to Dale.
2 actions at once, as in.
Yeah. Because you're splitting your dice pool, but this is still 1 action.
Okay.
You know, every
Can I
time you split the die pool, your difficulty goes up, right?
Is that true?
It goes up by 1, I think.
Yep.
Right?
For every time it's split, it goes up.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that from the book.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got 3
Goddamn
rations then.
lawyers, you too.
All right.
I
I'll
don't
just
know.
swing
That,
with-
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember that.
No, I just have it. Did you have it just go up once? I mean, it'll just be a +1 difficulty. So it'll be difficulty of a 7 for you.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that's worth it.
I don't think people routinely do it because they want the extra damage by a more massive die pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you roll damage for every time you hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then will you allow me to split it 5 ways?
For each time, right? You mean for each round?
But is it going to go up each time?
No, just once per. I'll have it only at a 7.
Okay. So I can
Yeah.
make 5. I can make 5 dice at a 7. 5 attacks with 1 die each with a 7.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
So
I think you only split it. You can split
This
it
is why
twice.
they raise the difficulty each time to prevent that sort of stuff.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I see
Well,
what you're.
I don't need to do that, though. I'll just swing. I'll just swing with everything. Keep it simple, stupid.
Hey, I remember that. I remember that from writing.
Yeah.
No, I would say you could split it twice. I mean, only split it twice, as in 1 in each hand, like for 1 for each hand.
That makes sense. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Then that,
So it'll be
I think-
difficulty of a 7 instead of a 6.
Okay. So I think that I'll have to attack with 2 and then with 3, given that.
Okay. What's your dex brawl?
5.
5.
So
I'll be like
Okay.
that, Bonnie.
All right. So you can do two dice for 1 and 3 dice for the other.
Yeah, this thing factors in the program factors in your change of form, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you have to add that in as a mod.
Uh-oh. Too much math.
You just do it on the first pop up.
Okay. And it's just a +1 for Krinos for dexterity.
Correct.
Yeah.
That did it incorrectly.
That looks like it was a good roll, though.
It was a good roll, but it's not the right amount.
Yeah, you try it again.
I'm just going to use I'm just going to do the math in my head and use.
When
the
you
thing here.
get the first pop up, you just add the number of dice that you're adding to your dice pool.
But if he's splitting his dice pool, that's the thing that's throwing it.
I see.
Yeah.
How would you split the dice pool on there now? I'm wondering.
Like on roll 20, that's the
Oh.
Oh,
thing.
there you go.
So first is a miss.
First is a miss. All right, roll again. 3 dice. Yeah, just roll 3 dice.
This
Yeah.
is the one.
This is it.
Woohoo!
All right, roll damage. Strength +2.
That's 8.
Yeah. Yeah, even that's the coolest thing about like being if you are the weakest person where you have 1 in strength, when you turn Krenos, you're rolling 7 dice for damage with your claws. The minimum you can roll for damage with your claws is 7 dice. That's how badass werewolves are compared to any other character in the World of Darkness.
Well, still not a great roll. Only 3.
All right, we cut it a little bit. That's funny. So Sag shows up with a big ass fucking sword, basically cuts the guy almost in half, and right behind him, here comes RB, the Fianna Theurge goes, misses and goes, eh. But you gotta admit, you're jumping in with it though. It just kind of fits with that whole conversation you all had on the stagecoach. It's like you're still a werewolf, you know, when you still attack. That's good. All right, Dale, your other turn.
So I should have what, 3 more?
Yeah.
I also spent 1 rage.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So start off with shit, my dex brawl went away. Dex brawl difficulty of 6. Mod 1. So 5 successes. So
plus 3, 4, 5. Strength plus 5. As you're doing that, I want
what the fuck? 1 success.
All right. Real quick, Sag and Dale and Ryan, all 3 of you roll your stamina. I forgot these guys get a turn too.
What? That's crazy.
What?
All right, Sag, you need at least 4 successes. Dale, you need 4 successes. And Ryan, you need 2 successes.
We're rolling stamina or willpower?
Stamina.
Oh.
How many do I need, Barney?
You need at least 4 successes.
Oh, I'm good. I already have 6
well,
with
1.
the fur.
Oh, okay.
I might have to roll. Or is that wait, let me look. Maybe that adds to my dice pool and not my, I don't know if they're auto.
I imagine it would be adding the dice pool.
I think it adds to your dice pool.
4. I rolled my Hamid
Oh,
stamina.
yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
So Barney, 4 successes on my stamina, 1 damage.
Okay.
To soon to be armless.
Okay.
RB, you probably have a few. Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Right.
I got 3.
All right, 3 successes. You're fine. Chaska, you're fine. Bob, 1 point of aggravated damage.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
That's right, man. You rolled 3 1s. That is very right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
14?
You only had 14 dice. I mean,
How much, Barney?
Just 1. You guys did a good job. Yeah.
Wow, I took damage this game.
You get your rage back.
I didn't spend any yet because I forgot.
I think it's Mark's turn.
Yeah, Mark, go for it.
All right. I am attacking the strings between the puppet and the puppeteer.
Okay. Roll. Roll your damage. You don't need to roll your dex because you're going to hit it. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, so let's see. I got 2.
All right.
So I'm rolling 8 dice. All right.
Okay. As you're doing that, Phil, what are you doing?
I will be springing and hitting one of them, whichever one's closest to me.
Okay. You got any dice modifiers with that?
Just my Krenos and anything coming out of stealth, but I imagine if they're not trying to dodge, it wouldn't matter that much anyway.
Because you're coming out of stealth, I'll have you hit him with a. You don't need to roll. You don't need to roll the hit unless you want to, and your damage will be difficulty of a 5 instead of a 6.
Is my damage difficulty any different?
Nope. No. Yeah, because you can't really sneak up on that piece of it. And Ryan, what are you doing? You want to roll again?
Yeah, I'll attack again.
All right.
I'll do the patented 1-2 RB punch.
All right,
that's
go
not
for
good. Only 3 from Phil. I was hoping you'd pop their head like a zit, but not exactly.
it. All right. All right. Which one are you hitting? Are you attacking the same one that Sag was attacking, or the
Yes.
one that
I'm
okay.
I'd be attacking the same one Chris Sag's attacking.
Okay. All right. As you hit it, you see the flashes of images of Viola being brutally murdered by it looks like some sort of like glowing-eyed creature, and it was and it looked like it was like you kind of make it out like almost like some sort of oily Krenos form werewolf. And roll your willpower, Phil. And Kate, what'd you get for successes? 2 successes.
Not a great roll.
All right. You're stunned for the rest of the round, basically.
All right.
As the image flashes in your head. And Kate, you got 2 successes. All right.
I did.
Role play it out to me. Tell me what you do.
I just slash across the string and try to snap the string.
Okay. You break the string, and you see it flap on the ground like a headless snake, and it immediately gets sucked back into the water, and you see one of the faceless men, the one that you slashed at, the one he's on the left, he collapses, and the only thing that's left is this suit that he was wearing. He kind of dissipates, and you see as that happens, the water boils in anger.
Well, that's what Kate's good at, pissing things off. So,
and so Ryan, you got 1 success to hit. Roll damage twice.
Yeah.
Pull out the horn. The horn is his life.
wow, Conan the Destroyer, seriously?
Yeah.
I don't think these things are quite as imposing as Andre the Giant.
Well, there was no line when he broke the glass.
6 and 2.
6 and 2.
Are we talking about the Conan with Wilt Chamberlain?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the Destroyer.
All right, that's the best Conan.
Wow. Ryan, good job, man.
Yeah, boy.
Roll play it out, Brian. What do you do? What does RB do?
Which was my better hit? First one. So I would say a jumping downward slash, and then a little quick tickle with the second one.
It kind of falls. It finally kind of falls apart a bit and dissipates, and Kate, boom. So last one. All right. Everybody, Sag, roll your stamina. You need 4 successes.
That is hilarious.
One point of aggravated damage as the middle one rakes into you again with his claws.
Looks like RB needs to show you how to take a hit.
Hi.
All right, now it is back to Dale. This is your last round, right?
No, I've got.
You got one more.
I've got two total left.
Okay.
God, how much rage do you have?
I mean, I only spent 3. So let's see here. Dex 1, difficulty of a 6. So 4 successes.
All right.
Strength is going to be Barney. What's the so it's 1, 2, so 3.
Strength plus 4.
4. So 7 successes.
Jesus. All right.
Well, the last 2 rolls have really sucked. So.
All right.
Remind me not to piss off Tosca.
You
Right.
see him. You see the middle one collapse into ash as well, and the water itself starts to boil angrily, and screams from the water gets louder. You all now see, Kate, you've already saw this, so it's you see basically a 20-foot diameter hand in slow motion. It looks like it's coming out of the water. It's coming just like out of the water like this. His hand just kind of like stretches out towards all of you, but it's moving at such a slow pace. It's almost as if it lives in a different reality where it's moving at very fast, but where you all, it seems very slow, and it's just reaching out, and it's almost like kind of like it's going to just like grab all of you and just bring you back in. But you all have plenty of time to move out of its way. And Kate and Bob, with your 8 willpower, you're not afraid of it. But all of the rest of you guys do not feel comfortable at all being anywhere near this giant Malfian hand.
So it reeks of the worm, correct?
It reeks of the worm. But you also have a higher intelligence and you're not frenzying.
That might be a hint.
I read it loud and clear, Barney.
I would say this: if you're playing a Get Offender's Arun with a 1 in intelligence, I'd have you go to town on it.
I push
It will be a glorious death.
They're calling.
I give Nana Beauchard the knowing wink, and then I start to shepherd our new friend towards the stagecoach.
Okay. Nana Beauchard is she's watching she is like she's at the doorway, and she just kind of shakes her head, and she goes, I can open up a Moonbridge one last time, would be my honor.
I could do that, but
Bill, quit being a girl.
no, we would be honored.
We go into the Arcana next.
She opens up her. She puffs on her pipe one last time as the hand in slow motion is reaching out towards you all, and she has the stick that that Shadia of the Souls kind of inadvertently gave her, and with the pipe smoke coming out of her pipe, she's able to weave it with the stick and make a doorway. And she steps aside, and the doorway kind of appears at the door of the temple, so kind of superimposes upon itself, and it's a bit wider to make the stagecoach go through.
I'll hop in the stagecoach.
Yeah.
She kind of smiles at all of you as you go in, almost like knowing that she'll probably never see you guys again.
Oh, we'll bring her back some pipe tobacco.
Well, I imagine there's going to be one time we're going to see her again, at least.
No, because we don't.
No, you don't go through here.
Oh.
The people you kill go through here.
Yeah, so next time we kill somebody, we just say, tell Nana we said hi.
Well, theoretically, what would happen if, I killed Bob? Would Bob come here?
Bob's got his own special little doorway where he goes to hell.
Yeah, it's a special place Grandfather Thunder makes for you bastards.
And does anybody say anything to Nana? All the people that knew her are dead.
Yeah, I mean, Phil's the only one that should know her with any
Yeah.
That's why when she's like, this would be something I can do, and we're like, okay, cool. See you later. Nice hanging out. Thanks for the moon bridges.
As I'm sure no one here in the party remembers, Nana was kind of a dick to me. I will give her a very generous tip of the cap.
Yeah. Nana liked you, but she didn't show it. No, Francesca didn't like you.
And we're just still stuck with her.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm the Rodney Dangerfield of the Cairn.
Hey, let's all get laid.
That's next session.
All right. Anyone else have any? You gonna say anything, Bob?
He's not really a wordy type. He just kind of looks at her.
Okay.
He says, now he just looks for a bit.
All right, and Phil,
in an obtuse way, he just says, "I always thought you were how would he say this? You're a competent old witch," which is in a weird way of showing respect, but he thinks that she's at least competent.
Yeah. She pats you on the back and then has you go by. Phil, do you want to say anything?
I'll just say thank you for everything. We'll get you out of here.
She goes, take care of him.
I'll try. We'll be getting you out of here before too long.
And the stagecoach, heads away.
Yeah, where to Bob's point, where are we going next?
As things kind of settle in a bit, as you guys are in the stagecoach, you guys basically kind of give Shadia the whole story about that she needs to die and all that fun stuff.
And she's remarkably fine with it.
Maybe we should have led with that.
Surprise!
Surprise! She does tell you, and you kind of give the whole elevator speech. You need a 6th rank of everything. She does tell you that the most traffic she's seen in the past years, and she does tell you that she knows of 2 rank 6 air runes, if you're interested. One is a red talon air rune by the name of Broken River, and another one is a Silver Fang air rune by the name of High Lord Bellowforth. She goes, those are the 2, and she says, if you're looking for 6th rank, those are the only 2 I know of. So, and you guys as players, you can put it to a vote on which next gaming session. Is it going to be a Red Talon or going to be a Silver Fang?
Broken River.
Well, we've also got the Octana we can go to because Treasured Guest said he knew one, so we've got 3 options.
All right, my thoughts. The Red Talon is the most likely to cause inter-party turmoil and probably a death. So we should probably do that one last.
What?
Silver Fangs are leaders. If you might have a, but then again, Silver Fangs are fucking inbred too.
Right.
And crazy to boot.
They're born with battle scars.
I am fine with the Octana or the Silver Fang. I think the Red Talon should be near the end of the line.
You mean you don't want to have a Red Talon air rune, a 6th rank Red Talon air rune inside a Stagecoach the whole time?
To learn a bunch of shit from him. Like, hey man, teach me how to like gut a fish while you're like killing things. Like
that thing
wild shit you can do.
No, I guarantee. I would say that you guys can do whatever the hell you want to, and there is no right answer. I'll just put it this way:
there's a big wrong one.
To be fair, we've already got an angry 5th rank Aaron Red Talon roaming around. Can a 6th rank be that much more difficult to deal with?
Hey, 6th rank Red Talon, what do you feel like doing today? Killing humans?
And you don't think Hearthstone's any different?
Hearthstone kind of grew up with all this, so he was a 1st rank Red Talon Aaron. He just kind of.
Well, so was this guy at some point.
Yeah, but he knows all of you. All the smells are similar here. He's not. He's your pack. His job is to protect all of you. You put a 6th rank Red Talon Aaron that doesn't know any of you guys from nothing.
I personally love the idea.
There is no right answer. I'll just say that. It is. Yeah.
So I think Chaska wants to go for the Red Talon.
Yep.
The Octana is another Theurge, right?
Yeah. No. The Octana is, what did I write it down? Yes. The Octana is the one that is a Theurge.
Might be worth adding another Theurge at this point, but I shrug. It doesn't matter to me.
I think the Octana is probably the best choice. But as we are a community, I am willing to hear other opinions and disregard them. No, I mean, I think the Octana is the next best choice, but if there is any strong thoughts on what we should do next, would love to hear.
Chaska, do you have any contacts with the Octana?
No. I mean, to be honest, Chaska wouldn't care between the Red Talons or the Octana, so either of those is fine.
And let's don't forget the Silver Fang, but I guess we'll save him to later.
I'd shrug. He'd probably be last on the list of those three, I think, for me.
Which one?
The Silver Fang.
All this tribal profiling you guys are doing is really, really insulting. I mean, we don't even know these individuals. We're judging them.
Good Philodox answer.
Yes, we are.
That was a really good Philodox answer.
What's Arby's take? Where do you want to go?
Flip a coin.
There's 3 people.
Flip 3 coins.
Flip 7 coins.
Yeah, you know what? Arby
Roll
has
a
a good.
die.
Let's flip a coin for it. If it lands on its side, we do the red talon.
It's up to you. You guys want? If you guys want to flip a coin,
Roll a 6-sided die. The red talon is 1, 2, and 3.
Wait. Wait a minute. All right, let's see. God damn it. Phil says, on second thought, let's just get the red talon out of the way.
you guys are fucking crazy. Yeah, you guys can do whatever the hell you want to do. It's your game, not mine.
I think the Actena, we lost a Theurge. Let's replace it with someone who isn't crazy.
We just replaced the
We have
also
two
Theurge.
Theurges.
Replaced the Theurge.
Have you
It's
talked to
only
our new Theurge?
Ruinbreaker wasn't a Theurge?
No, we're talking about the Silent Strider we just picked up.
Right.
The crazy one who's been hanging out with dead people for the last 100 years.
No,
Yes,
got it.
I don't take her advice as great for the time being.
I do ask a question of Shadia.
Okay.
Do mummies come through your gate?
She says,
Or is that
No.
somewhere different?
no, they travel a much different path.
All right.
Why do you know mummies?
I do.
Hmm.
One
She
good
seems-
one and one bad one.
Are you guys thinking about actual Joe?
Oh, I forgot about him too. I forgot he was a mummy. I was thinking about Adam's character.
Yeah.
We'll say actual Joe or whatever Adam's character. I can't remember Adam's character's name.
Steve. I don't know.
No, his
Because he
name
had
was
2 different names.
yeah.
Yep.
So I guess it's decided we're going after the Red Talon.
No, we're going after the Actena.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
The Actena.
The Actena.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
We shuffle the episode list.
I'm gonna shuffle up the episode list exactly. All right, and that is the game for tonight. Yeah. There we go. Wow, it just got wicked quiet.